Hello, boys and girls. My name is Matt Dool, and I make videos for a living, just kind of like this. I also serve on the Warsaw Community Schools School Board, and today I am so excited to read to you Where the Wild Things Are, Story and Pictures by Maurice Sendak. This was one of my favorite books growing up as a kid, and one of my kids' favorite books as they've been growing up. So I hope you enjoy it too. Let's check it out. Where the Wild Things Are. Here we go. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. There's Max, you see him? Dressed up like a wolf. Max is an adventurous boy, as you're going to see. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. The very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Wow. And grew. Look at those trees growing in his room. Have you ever had a forest grow in your room? And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Look at that, his room is totally changed. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. It's like Max is on an adventure. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. Look at that. Max wasn't even scared. He just stared him down. And they made him the king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Look at them, they are having a party, running around, dancing and howling. Hanging from the trees. Max is a wild thing. Oh, look at that. He's getting a piggyback ride. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being the king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and he waved goodbye. Where do you think Max is going? And he sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Max decided he wanted to go home. He missed home and his mom had supper waiting for him. And his supper was still hot. Well, I love this book because I think it's all about Max's amazing imagination. And he went to his room and he thought up this crazy, wild world and having this wild adventure. But at the end of the day, what he loved and he missed more than anything was being home with his family. I hope you enjoyed this too.